Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending where you are on our beautiful blue planet. I am Bradford Rhoades, your host, your artist, and this is another episode of Thinking Beyond the Paint, where your intuition, your dreams, and your ideas tell the story. Okay, let's get started. You can see from the last time I worked a little bit on the heart, and we had the faith in the seed. So I was working on that. Today, we're going to talk about perception, because when you change your perception, it changes everything, right? And I'm sure you can relate. If you perceive it to be bad, then it's bad. If you perceive it to be good, it's good. But this episode, I think you guys are going to like. Even if you don't paint, you can use this creative process to come up with new ideas in whatever business you're doing. So I was out in the Christmas clearance thing, and you can see, look at this. Got this crazy Christmas thing. So what does this have to do, right? Well, when you take a bunch of old paintbrushes, right, that are just start getting, I have some photos that I left on the website, but they start wearing down, right? So coming up with a new idea, new texture, what if changing our perception, right, of a paintbrush that's got the traditional hair, what if I changed my perception of how a paintbrush should be, right? So with that, I know this looks crazy, but it's got some cool looking textures, and who knows, this is total new experiment. I have not dipped this in paint, you can see. I have no idea how it's gonna look, but it might have a cool feel to it. So I also found, there's like a sponge, right? So I got these sponges, I cut those, and I just glued with crazy glue just on there. So we're gonna try these out and check it out. Now, be very, very careful when you're using crazy glue or gorilla glue or whatever they want to call it, right? That stuff, I'm not kidding you, if you touch it, you can be going to the hospital because the brush is stuck to your hand. So be very, very careful. Parents, if you have, your child that's watching and wants to try this, please be there with them, because I'm not joking, the whatever you want to call it, the crazy glue, super glue, that stuff's serious. So I just want to put that out there. Be careful. Okay. So changing our perception, right? You could apply this with, maybe something in your company, right? You grab some sort of object and just ask yourself, what if I changed this? What if I removed this and put something else? One way to a good activity is like, think of when you were like 5 years old, right? 8 years old, right? It's just your imagination, right? You didn't worry about like if this was, like red and yellow and blue, right? And that's kind of, it starts telling a story, right? When you ask a different question, you start getting a different story. And it's a great way to just create and come up with something just totally different. All right, so I'm going to put kind of like a little cliff that's going there. So we're gonna check this out here. And I have no idea, so I'm just kind of dipping. I got some paint here. Let's see here. And I don't know exactly, what this is gonna, but it's already, it's like a little spotted, And just by, doing something a little bit different, I'm going to get, a different result. And so it's a really great way to just create something new, and, why not? Same with like even, here are these cactuses, right? It's just, and that actually looks kind of cool. It's like a little, gives it a little depth, a little And so I'm just bringing this up because I know there's a lot of changes out there, right, with the variant. So with that though, right, instead of freaking out, just try to keep like an open mind, right? Like what can I do to maybe, you know, do something a little different, right? All right, so this is actually pretty cool. And then let's, all right. I'm not even sure where we're gonna, how to do this. I'm just kind of mixing in different paint here. All right. You know, and it kind of does give a different thing, right? And you know, it's it's not, again, it's never the end of the world, right? Like, because we can paint over this if for some reason that's just not what we want to do. But the main thing I wanted to bring this up was just to come up with new, fresh ideas. So let me show you here. This is, you know, this was a brush that just, it was shredded. And so I made a whole, I have a little video I'm going to show to just how I made this one. Those little ties that you have for bread, that work great to put that around first and then put the glue, because again, you do not want to touch the super glue. Otherwise, this will be part of you. Okay, so remember, be creative and think with a different perception, and then you're going to get something totally new, like something like this. So again, just look at your work. Maybe there's something you could look at with a whole different perception. Okay, I am Bradford Rhoades. This is Thinking Beyond the Paint. I appreciate you, so if you like it, please follow, and I will see you next time. Be sure to tell your friends. All right, you guys take care.